I know it's a lot of videos in a very short period of time, but again, when I get busy, I get busy, and I like to show the results as soon as possible. I did end up moving the Refita Ford, the Cursiva, to the workroom here. It fits in perfectly. I pulled out the Schefflera and I stuck it there. It does have light to sense. It's blocked in the front by the Dieffenbachia clusters and the cellulum, and it's blocked a little bit on the top, not completely, as you can see. It down right in here. Yeah, it does get light. So we'll see what it does here. But this really, I think, was a perfect place for it. You don't even really know it's there. And I pulled out, of course, the Schefflera. The Schefflera is going to get moved a little bit to the left once the Adansonii comes out. It's not going to be exactly where the Adansonii is, but it is going to be closer to where the Adansonii is. And then I'll probably tuck that Panther back a little bit more to just slide a bit in between the Gloriosum and the Schefflera so it doesn't stick out to here as much. So that's that. I just want to show that real quick. And again, this isn't the end result. I really don't like the way those Panthers, that double Panther, and then I'll have to mix those up just to suit my eyeballs probably tomorrow. But yeah, I think it was the perfect move, and the Rhaphidophora is also, you know, green. So it fits into this little cluster of plants perfectly for what it is. I want the fanciest plant here to be the Panther Dieffenbachias, the Gloriosum, and the new Dieffenbachias that I'm going to be putting in here. Those are what I want to be the standouts in this corner of the house. So let me hit the pause and magically transport all of us to the main room. First, I will show really quickly how this corner is coming along with the cellulums. There, I got to lower that Monstera, and I'll probably put the Monstera right over there along the back, and it'll get plenty of light, and down a little bit, and it'll be fine with the cone of light from that pendant, which will be centered more anyway, to more to the right. It'll be actually in the center of this little wall here. The center circle of this mandala, whatever you call it, is a little bit left to the center of this space, which is where the bulb is going to go, because, well, maybe actually not. It's going to come just a little bit more to the right. But the Monstera here will fit perfectly between the two cellulums. And this bulb is also coming forward a little bit, so the cellulums will not be encouraged to put out leaves against the back wall. I want them still to put leaves out front of the wall. And there's a little space between them that'll be perfect for that Monstera. And then I can put this Epipremnum with its little spider plant cap. And here's the Epipremnum cutting, also coming back. Partially shaded right now. But yeah, it'll go probably to where, between where it is now and where the Monstera is now. Right in that little hole. Where that screw head is, but not hanging from that screw head. That'll drop it down too low. And that'll be it really for this corner, I think. I'll have that spider plant, that spider plant, that spider plant, all at the same height, right about here. Excuse me, and the Monstera against the wall here, and the Epipremnum now close to where the Monstera is, and that'll be fine. There's a piece of crap, a humidifier. Don't ever buy that, folks. It's a piece of garbage. Personal experience. So, now that we have the Rhaphidophora decursiva out of the way, I was able to do a whole bunch of finagling here and shenanigans, and what I decided to do was I put the Gupersia in the corner. It fills out kind of round, an area, you know, it grows, its leaves spread out in all directions, and they're rounded edged, so I think back there is perfect. I might just have to pull a few things a couple of inches this way and that way and that way. But things aren't as cramped as you might think. If I start filming from above and show you guys, you will see that the decursiva does have some clearance actually between it and the rubber tree, and at a slightly lower level between it and the silver sword. Below this canopy of leaves on the silver sword, there's nothing right now. So it can drop, the decursiva, when it opens its leaves, the leaves drop down and go flat, kind of. It can almost do that perfectly up against the wall, up to the wall, and almost up to the syndronium and the silver sword. So I'm not that stressed about it being cramped a little bit right now. It can still manage fine. And tomorrow morning I'll see exactly how it manages, along with the rattlesnake. And that'll lead me to tweak whatever it is I need to tweak even further. But I'm well on the way of tightening up this whole area here and being able to do an arc coming out from the corner. In fact, if I just put that aglianema in front of the avocado and then fill that hole and then take that rattlesnake and slide it to the left, I'm pretty much done. So that's probably how you're going to see this thing look. I'm not going to stop and do it now. I've already had to redo videos too many times, and I did want to have a video showing both the workroom and this room, because something today moved from this room to the workroom that affected the design and arrangement of both, and both positively, in my opinion, I might add. So at any rate, here we go, folks. Now what's left for me to do is do the top and chop of the Adansonii, bring it over to here, and then do whatever rearrange it dictates must happen following that on this wall, because I got to make space for it. And you know, every time you make space, you got to rearrange. That's how stuff works here. But I'm I'm happier than a pig in poop. And my apologies to pigs. I know they're not actually an animal that enjoys wallowing in poop. They're actually quite the clean animal. But yeah, I'm really happy the way my one half of a milk bone dog biscuit jutting out from the wall is coming along. I'm getting a little peninsula here. I've got a little peninsula here, and soon there's going to be a slightly better demarcation of the straight section between the peninsulas as I slowly figure out how to narrow it and thin it down to be closer to the wall. Well, that'll be also greatly helped out as things move forward. When the peppers come out, I got a space that helps me juggle around everything better, and then as I slowly remove the pots from the back wall, I'll be able to juggle everything around better. So now that I'm only 8.5 minutes in, let me do a nice little pan across the whole thing without hopefully killing myself by falling backwards onto a sharp object. But here we go. This is the left half of the room. Almost the left half. The gyrus is pretty much, well, not exactly the gyrus. I would say the bipennifolium, the leaf of the bipennifolium pointing to the right, and the spider plant above it, and the ring of fire is really the midpoint of the room. But we're almost getting that. Well, actually, it starts from here. I wasn't looking at the phone. Sorry. And so here we go. Bottom. Right, you've got the Scindapsus moonlight and the rubber plant, and the painted lady are really the wall borders, right? And then you can actually see that to the middle where the bipennifolium leaf is, that yellow one pointing to the right with the 3 goofy lobes. So that's what everything looks like on the left half. And then I'll hit the center and show you. And you can see right there the bipennifolium leaf and the gyrus and that ring of fire. that's the center pretty much of the wall. So let me just come back here now. There we go. Boom. And coming up. And then that goes to then the right. And if I stand opposite, you'll see, hopefully, how now, now you get the, you can see how we've got that, this part sticking out, and then it narrows, right? So this is going to be a little bit more well-rounded. The aglaonema is probably going just to the left a little bit in front of the avocado, and then I'll take the snake plant and tuck it in a little bit closer to the avocado from where it is now. Between the aglaonema and the ornata and the monstera adansonii. There we go. I can't believe I'm really getting senior farts, senior brain farts, way too early. But I'm an improvement over my father. Trust me. I had a father who was partially senile by the time he was in his late 40s. And I'm in my early 60s, so not too shabby. That's what we call a generational improvement right there, folks. But when I'm talking, I'll space out momentarily, especially when I'm just looking to grab the name of a plant. It's not a short-term memory or a long-term memory thing. They all just pop into my head at the same time, and I'm looking to pick the right one. It's been a long time since I've done any kind of teaching style or explanation style, speaking to anybody. I used to do it all the time. It was my job. Teaching people how to do reef tanks or freshwater planted tanks, or just run an aquarium, as a pretty box in their house. I spent a good 2-3 decades of my life teaching people how to do all that crap. And now I'm just doing it with plants, and I have a very verbose, meandering style. And if I don't have or write down talking points that I want to make, I just go wherever the winds may fly me. When I talk, I really do need to start to write stuff down, and then before I know it, I'm way past the 15-minute mark and burning through my phone's battery. But you can see how easy it was to figure out and just tighten stuff up just by... I knew that Capertia would look good in that corner. I think I've had it in a corner before, but on the other side of this room, where the cellulums are. I think I've had it there before. It is really a good round plant to put in a corner if you want. It'll turn a corner into a round arc all by itself, simply because it grows round. But it's a soft round because all the leaves are round and they blend into each other. At any rate, never mind. Again, you see? So here we go. This is what things look like right now. And I hope my banter entertained you. But in one little move, 2 rooms got to look a whole lot better and improved. And I'm really happy. So next on the to-do list, plant-wise, is get the Adansonii over here, rearrange whatever I need to or want to rearrange immediately because of that, and then start making some more tubes and prepping tubes for the larger philodendrons that are now in position more or less at the back. And enjoy everything as it comes out. So there you go, folks. Really quick, the quick slow pan along the bottom, and then back up to the wall. And that's how it's shaping up now.